The NBA 2K League is back. Season 1 champion, Knicks Gaming get their rings. The competition is heating up.
Now they go to Breadwinner in the corner. That's the dagger.
And the intensity is rising. And Charlotte's got next in Season 3.
It's 2K TV time, and we're at the tip-off. The NBA 2K League's second season has started. Find out who earned their stake in the $120,000 prize pool. Then, Ask a Dev is here with gameplay director Mike Wang. Hear from Oregon and Memphis Grizzlies teammates Tyler Dorsey and Dylan Brooks, plus your top plays.
Welcome to NBA 2K TV. I'm Chris Manning.
And I'm Alexis Morgan. Season 2 of the NBA 2K League has tipped off.
And of course, 21 teams have battled it out for the first banner in the tournament series.
This event really sets the tone for the rest of the season.
Absolutely. We're seeing these new formed teams, familiar faces, plus all the new people that were drafted into the league. And the intensity is at an all-time high, $120,000 on the line. 2K competition doesn't get better than this.
And our very own Blake was there to check it out.
Thanks, guys. Now, competition has been intense during the round-robin portion of this tournament. And the biggest change we've seen this year has been in the meta, with that 2K19 takeover mechanic. What teams are doing is once they get a player in takeover, they're doing whatever they can to get that person involved and get the easiest bucket possible. It's made for some interesting highlights and matchups, but we're gonna see how it all shapes up with the $120,000 single elimination tip-off tournament. 8 teams, only 1 winner. Let's do it.
We begin with Magic Gaming and Raptors Uprising GC, setting the tone with a massive 20-19 game from King Cam. The Magic advance as I grab their rookie Kelmav for his thoughts.
Now, you guys grinded it out with defense and rebounding. Talk a little bit about your man down low, King Cam.
Oh, that's big, dog. Going to the season, he didn't even think he was starting. That's actually my roommate, and he didn't even think he was starting. So now that he's in here, he's proving himself, he's about to prove everybody wrong. I promise you, all season long.
Still alive, and there's King Cam.
Defending tip-off champions from Season 1, 76ers GC took down the red-hot T-Wolves Gaming, taking Bear to Beast and former 76ers GC teammate Feast out of contention.
I'm here with Steez from 76ers GC. You guys are coming off a big win against the Timberwolves. How are you feeling?
We feel great. You know, my former teammate Feast was the center for them, so we really wanted that win. But you know, I just felt good just having my team just all to come together as one goal and knew what we had to do to accomplish and try and get back to that tip-off championship.
Back to the action with a close one, as Celtics Crossover Gaming ekes out a 2-point win over Pacers Gaming.
Go to no autographs for the win! And no autographs gives them the lead.
So you guys are on to the Final Four now, and I know last year you guys went to 2 tournament championships. Do you feel like that gives you an advantage going into this one?
It gives us an advantage to get to the finals, but now we got to actually win it. So it's on us leaders, me and Fab. We're going to keep leading, do what we got to do, and we got a great team. Like, our starting 5, I think, is one of the best in the league, and people are sleeping on us again.
In the final game of the quarterfinals, Heat Check Gaming advances with the 14-point win against Bucks Gaming.
How do you feel coming out of that game?
We feel good, a little emotional because we felt like we should have beat them by more, and we let up at the end. But it was a good win. We advanced to the semifinals. Can't wait to play Boston.
From the tip-off to the neighborhood, it's the 2KMC with your neighborhood scout. You're here for events, right? Ha ha ha! We have events for you. Make sure you hit up Annie Up for Gold Rush on Wednesday. Big time competition. Now let's celebrate those who competed their way to 98 overall. Ooh! New players in a new binder. I want that card and that card. Oh yeah, I want that card too, especially that one card. Congrats to all. Yay! And check back later for your top plays.
Brand new season, new game. How's everything looking?
It's exciting. I mean, 4 new teams for starters, but then year 2, everything's elevating. So I think the game is even better. The stats are better.
You talk about the 4 new teams. There was, of course, the expansion draft for those teams. Do you think that's helped with the overall parity and competition in the league?
I think it's definitely spreading out the talent even more, which is great, and it's been fun to watch.
4 teams left as Magic Gaming and 76ers GC collide in New York. These teams brought their all. And even though Magic Gaming were able to extend to a 12-point lead in the first half, the defending tip-off champions 76ers GC powered their way back. Up 1 with 10 seconds left, Radiant finds Breadwinner in the corner to ice the game. 76ers GC earns their chance to defend their tip-off banner in the finals.
All right, I'm here with Breadwinner, the only rook in the starting lineup of 76ers GC, but you hit the big shot, the game winner. How do you feel after that?
I feel good, man. Radiant made a good pass. You know what I mean? I just hit the shot.
In the finals this year, it's either Heat or Celtics. You guys have a preference on who you play?
We're going to go out there. We're going to play our game. They're 2 great teams. I respect Famous. That's my guy. Celtics are a great team. We're just going to go out there and play our game.
1 in and 1 spot left. Celtics crossover gaming, Heat check gaming.
Lottie tries it from 3, got it.
Heat check takes the first half as Celtics crossover fails to get any momentum going.
Oh, wow, everything going the way of the team from South Beach.
But every team makes a run, and OFAB and the Celtics make theirs in the 4th.
Lobs it up for Bully. He's got time for fusion on a wrap. Here we go.
And they take their first lead with only 50 seconds remaining.
J-Money takes a 3
to secure the 2-point victory against last year's season finalists.
It's over. They don't even foul.
But there's no time to rest. 76ers GC and their MVP Radiant are waiting. It's tip-off championship time. Celtics crossover gaming and 76ers GC.
With a jam.
Again, Celtics crossover put themselves in a rough spot, allowing a 12-point deficit to mount in the first. And the story stays the same going into halftime, with 76ers GC keeping a 14-point lead.
Philly loving it right now.
Desperate for any kind of run.
Trying to go for the switch a little bit more now.
Celtics crossover try their hardest.
Some better looks.
But Radiant and 76ers GC keep the pressure on, increasing their lead to 21 in the 3rd. The Celtics needed a 4th quarter miracle, but didn't get it.
Bully Riptide Radiant. He'll throw it up for Breadwinner.
76ers GC takes the win and earns their 2nd tip-off championship with their back-to-back tip-off tournament MVP, Radiant.
Ladies and gentlemen, your tip-off tournament champions, 76ers GC.
All right, I'm here with the 2-time tip-off champion, 76ers GC. Give it up. Yeah, how you guys feeling after this? We got the 2-time MVP as well, Radiant. How you feeling?
Pardon my voice, I lost it, but, I'm feeling good to do this again. With 3 guys that we did it with last year, a new guy, this is a great feeling to be on top again.
And talking about the new guys, got one of them right here. You guys are champions. How you feeling?
Honestly, it's pretty easy. From day one, we've always been working hard. 10, 11 hour practice days, and it was really no problem. It was easy.
It's easy work here. How were you guys able to disrupt that offense?
We watched the game before. We knew that Profusion was been killing all tip-off tournaments, so we switched it up. We put Radiant on Fab to start and had me guard Perfusion and try to slow him down a little bit so that we could get out to the early lead, and then we didn't look back.
I told them before we started this that if you played for the guy next to you, I promise you wouldn't be upset with what the scoreboard looked like.
That's good advice. Now, Brett, come on over here. Final question. You guys got that bag. You're in NYC. What are the plans for tonight?
I'm going to sleep and going to eat. I don't do too much. I just want to win and go home and go to sleep.
All right, guys. 76ers GC, 2-time champions. And they're out. Back to Philly.
The 2019 college basketball season has wrapped, and we have our national champions. Congratulations to Virginia. And while they didn't make it to the championship game, the University of Oregon men's basketball team has been a force in the tournament in recent years. And we caught up with a few former Oregon teammates turned NBA pros and asked them about their collegiate experience and what college stars can expect if they're drafted into the NBA. We're in Memphis, Tennessee today, hanging out with some Grizzlies players. We got Dylan Brooks and Tyler Dorsey. Welcome to 2K TV. I'm glad that you guys are on the show.
Oh, I'm glad too. I always watch this show.
Yeah, you watched the show, and now you're going to be on the show.
Yes.
So you're going to watch yourself on the game?
Yeah.
What about you, Tyler?
Yeah, I'm going to check it out for sure.
Yeah? Okay, cool. Well, college basketball season is coming to an end. You both were on the 2017 Oregon team that went to the semifinals. What was your favorite memory from that 2017 run?
Kansas game. It was just huge because we played them in Kansas. It was like pretty much a road game.
Just cutting down the nets. It was like a great moment for our coach, and it was a great feeling.
And now you guys are in the NBA together on the same team. What's that like?
It's great to have him here because that was my first time ever getting traded, so just have a teammate here. I hang out with him all the time.
Makes you feel like you're at home a little bit.
What's the difference between college and the NBA?
Speed, the physicality, how big everybody else is. You know, everybody's great.
Way more games during 1 week, and you better take care of your body because it'll break down through a long season.
Some of the guys playing in the tournament now are going to be in the NBA next year. What advice would you give to those guys that you maybe have learned throughout your years in the NBA?
I would say just, learn, from your vets. Take little pieces from them because they've been through, the whole thing.
When you get there, it's going to be time to go to work. It's different than college. You got to come prepared every day.
Now, I know you play 2K a lot, Dylan.
Mm-hmm.
When you go on the game, what mode are you playing?
I'm playing my player. I have my actual face, my actual guy in the my player. And sometimes I run into D'Angelo Russell and Rondé House Jefferson sometimes on there. But I usually just play straight my player.
So what's your my player like?
He's a pure shot creator. So I can just hit all mid-ranges, get to the rim a little bit, shoot threes. My defense is not all there, but I still have room for improvement.
I know you have a my player too, Tyler. Yeah. What's yours like?
Yeah, I did the scan the face, so he looks just like me as well. At shooting point guard, do a little bit of everything, but I play more quick match.
Who is the best 2K player on the Grizzlies?
Well, I beat Tyler all the time, so I would be up there on the top of the. Me, Kyle, and Tyler, play a lot with 2K, but I think I'm the best. Here's
your chance to tell the developers anything you want. What should they change? What did they get right? What did they get wrong?
I would say, to change my jump shot. I think they gotta take a little more, eye to my jump shot. Make it easier for me so when I get in the game, I can hit some shots with my player.
I was just too slow.
Yeah.
I can't blow by nobody. My foot speed was terrible, so I think I would like them to improve that on that.
You guys said you played against one another. Dylan said he's better, but I want you guys to play against each other right now. You think you're good to go?
Yeah, for sure. I'm about to beat Houston, and I think this guy's about to beat Toronto. Here we go.
Oh! Hey, that's not a foul.
Oh!
Yeah, Mark.
Yeah, Mark.
Get over there.
Oh. Get that. On the one hand.
Go block that one.
Yeah, I'm good.
Run the floor.
Beat that.
Thank you. Come again.
He hits. Oh. Hey, yo.
Hey, yo. Big body.
Yeah.
Hitting one.
Nice.
Hitting one. Halftime show with TB. We up in nice. Nice 5 points.
Dylan, are you losing?
Don't worry, yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy because you said he was worse.
Yeah.
And you play the game all the time.
I know.
That's wild. It's karma.
Sorry.
I'm getting exposed.
And one. Woo! You got him jumping.
Boucher. I see you, Boucher.
Was he on the same team that you guys were on?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of Oregon kids in the NBA.
Yeah, just from that one team. It's crazy.
Give me one. Hey! I see you, Chris.
The D. Yeah, Rivers. Yeah, Rivers. Hey! Windmill. Windmill that.
Hey.
Finishes in there.
Finish him!
He is working today. Gee. Shimmy.
Finish it. Yeah, give me a stop.
You better get up on that.
That's deep.
Yo, he's hitting those.
Oh, that's deep. Get over there. Yeah. Give me that.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Won by 1 point.
Oh. Sometimes you gotta get a stop.
You guys have been asking for it, and now is the time for Ask a Dev.
And we're here with our gameplay developer and director, Mike Wang. Mike, are you ready for this?
I'm ready. It's going to be great. So we've been asking people on social media, Mike, gameplay questions specifically for you. So we have a ton of questions. We're going to be Skyping in some fans as well. First question up. NBA 2K has a long history of great animations, both quality and quantity. Will there be a bigger focus on ball tangibility? Maybe way more IK and contextual animations can be used for realistic ball avoidance and losing the ball.
One of the big things that we introduced was the ball tangibility, and that was a couple of years ago. And I think one of the things that we found was that we introduced it maybe a bit too early to enable full physics with the ball.
Yeah, and I figure that's something that kind of evolves from iteration to iteration, kind of a system you have to kind of build up over time, right?
Yeah, and I think it's, like I said, I think we just introduced it too early. So we see a lot of just steals that we didn't want to be steals were happening, and that's still happening. So it's something we're continually looking at, and we're improving our IK. And you know, I think we really want it to be that stealing the ball is a game. So we're going to do a lot more in terms of just having the dribbler be more aware.
All right, so for everyone out there who doesn't know, can you break down what IK is for us?
Well, IK is short for inverse kinematics. We do a lot with limb collision, and so an animation is captured a certain way. So the ball handle will maybe do this, right? What IK allows us to do, or limb collision, anything like that, is allows us to manipulate the hand a little bit. So if there's a leg there, instead of dribbling right into the leg, then maybe I can manipulate the arm this way to make the ball move away from the leg. And so there's things we can do on the tech side to kind of make the dribbler smart. And so that's something we're looking at, and that's just a fancy term for making that happen kind of through the technology side.
All right, well now we have a question from a community member. It's one of my teammates that I've run with. He knows the gameplay inside and out. We've been playing together for years. Brothian, welcome to Ask a Dev. We have Mike Wang here. What is your question?
Hey Mike, so back in 2K14, off-ball offense and movement, at the center of it was a lot of the juke movements. Is there any chance we can get that back in, or see it back in 2K20 or a future entry in the series?
Absolutely. We love that feature as well. And I wanted to ask you, actually, what do you like most about it? What moves specifically do you miss having?
One of my favorites, I'd say, would be the half spin move where you would spin off your defender and you could go in for an alley-oop.
Yeah, it's definitely something that a lot of people have asked us about. We really wanted to make off-ball a game. And so this is definitely a feature that we love and we want to bring back. So expect something. The entire off-ball game really is looking at a whole rework for next year and just trying to make it much better than it was.
All right, Brothian, thank you for your question.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
We have more coming from social for Mike Wang.
All right, we have one from Real Feed who wants to know, why are there archetypes in the game? They feel like they're a glorified role player right now in 2K16. Maybe they were a little bit better.
We want to expand it. We want to give users flexibility because we've heard that loud and clear. They don't want to be pigeonholed into like this mold. So we're trying to appease the audience with that. But at the same time, just like the real NBA, it's more interesting when you have the LeBrons, the Durants, but you've got the Kyle Korvers, you've got the Kawhi Leonards. You have guys who dominate the game in very different ways. And we love that about the NBA, and so we wanted to bring that into our game.
And I think when you look back at stuff like these tournaments that we had with Pro-Am and Pro-Am players, you kind of saw the evolution of that. There was more diversity, some point guards stood out, some bigs stood out, and I think archetypes have been a great system for having people play different positions in their respective areas, and that's what I love about archetypes.
Absolutely, and I think the game is more interesting when you have people who are different and specializing in different areas.
Mike, thank you so much for joining us on NBA 2K TV. We really appreciate your time, man.
Thanks for having me. It was great.
And for the community, you guys can continue to submit questions using hashtag 2KTVAskADev on our social channel at NBA2K_2KTV. This segment is all about you guys, the fans. The community feedback is being heard, and our developers are listening.
Top plays time. Let's get started with Maki Maglar. Dime time and a double AO. Does that count as 2 assists? It should. Someone get me the commissioner on the phone right now. I got some rule changes I'd like to discuss. Next, it's... No, I'm not attempting that. It is not a name. Teammate going for the self-oop, and gimme that. What do they do to deserve that? Straight stealing the glory for the double dunk. Teammate or not. Seriously, I'm upset for you. We're playing my team with Busky AC. Time's winding down. Fouled off the top of the backboard, and one. That's to be better than a buzzer beater. I can't believe they called that. Also, that's just ridiculous. Like, legitimately and entirely. Last up, the Moonwalker 02. More my team and more posters. Wait. The steal and another post. 2 posters for the price of 1 steal and 2 my team plays. Robbie better be happy. Seriously, I do not want to hear you complain about anything for the next 6 months. That was amazing. Vote for your top play of the week. The winner will show up for the final top play of the month. So submit your highlights to social media using the hashtag 2KTVWow. We only have 2 weeks left. I'm the 2KMC, and I am actually very sad about the fact that our season is winding down. Man, I'm gonna miss you people.
That's it for this episode. Thank you for watching.
Be sure to tune in next week. We're hanging out with Brooklyn Nets guard Spencer Dinwiddie.
We'll see you then.
Bye.